I think I'm in love with her. Chapter 34. Every day since telling Katia I think we need a break, I reflect on how stupid I was to ruin such a beautiful thing. And quietly, I suffer profound emotional pain as I constantly realize I want her back. And yes, I get it. I can understand Katia's fear. I would be an idiot not to. And while I could easily pretend ignorance, I very well know, like most men do, that women are profoundly afraid of accepting us back when we fuck up. Katia is afraid I will bring her more hurt and anguish. And rightfully so, because while I'm ashamed to admit it, I have not yet fixed the troubling problems inside that led me to callously hurt her in the first place. I know I failed her. I failed to be the man she needs, the man she deserves, and at the very least, the man my dogged pursuit silently professed me to be. It tears me up inside to know I was given the opportunity I begged for, the opportunity to prove myself, just to then turn around and simply, effortlessly, fuck it all up. I remember the day I asked Katia out. I was so nervous. From the beginning, when I first met her at the luncheon, she struck me as an intriguing, unique woman. She was different than all the others. And while intellectual women tend to act distinctly different than your average female, Katia was even more unusual than that. After our first conversation, during orientation, I found myself often thinking of her, wanting to understand how exactly her brain worked. Luckily, we were in some of the same training classes together, so I was able to get a cursory glance at how she was going about learning. That seemed odd. She asked so many questions, it all appeared terribly mundane to me. Hell, probably for most of us. But for her, it was like she was seeing the information from a new light. For the very first time. It was strikingly curious why it was so captivating for her. She seemed literally thirsty for understanding. I thought that just made me think. How ironic. I guess her thirst for knowledge in the classroom could be equated to my thirst for her now. So much so that I have not yet stopped asking myself questions about her. My mind is consumed. That woman is infectious. Truthfully, and I'm a bit embarrassed to even think this right now, but back then, her innocent curiosity was oddly a turn on for me. I kept wondering, if it was me she was learning about, would she have such enthusiasm experiencing the intricacies of it? I want to be special to her, to be seen by her as something profoundly invaluable. Needless to say, however, after silently observing her all those weeks, I could not take it anymore. I knew at the core of me, I had to know this woman intimately. So I made a plan. When we returned from West Virginia, I decided I would ask her teammate Ruben if he could do me a huge solid and call me each day when Katia had left the lab for lunch. Surprisingly, he agreed. Something I did not really think he would do. He should have been interested in her himself. She was beautiful and smart. I saw how he looked at her, recognizing those glances of desire. But I was not going to look or give towards in the mouth, so I ran with it. And every night, I would practice out loud holding conversations with her. I would imagine her responses, then expertly prepare counter responses. I wanted to make sure every conversation lasted the entire lunch. Katia seemed like a difficult woman to get next to. I was going to be prepared. With this woman, preparation was key. And while she was very nice, she was certainly not your average woman, easily swayed by empty banter, like those easy ladies looking for a man to pay them attention. You know the type. But not Katia. She had substance. She had purpose and desire, which, without question, I definitely wanted to be directed at me. She seemed invaluable, like she could bring tremendous pleasure and richness to my life. After weeks of planning and dedication, Katia promptly turned me down. Man, my heart was crushed. Women have no idea how hard it is for men to risk humiliation and public shame by approaching them.
You have to first think of something witty to say.